All right, so here's something kind of interesting. Here in Panama, you have to make sure that you account for the tidal changes, and they're very big tidal changes. And when we arrived here, it was high tide. And if you can see over here, this darker color, that is like a reef. If we would have had a wind shift to the south, we would have been on those rocks over there. I don't like when we're lucky. Luck is not a thing that you want to rely on out here. So yeah, we were lucky. And it's a good lesson in anchoring whilst not suffering the consequences. So I'll call that a win-win. After all, we don't learn without mistakes. So now that the anchor is up and we are safely in a few hundred feet of water, where exactly are we going? Well, this is the beginning of our first overnight passage on Boundless. We will be sailing across the Gulf of Panama in a westerly direction, making sure to dodge the shipping traffic along the way. And you're in for a treat because the beauty of Panama's Western Pacific coast is on our short list of the most beautiful sights we've ever seen. Even when the weather changes and we get chased from our anchorage, the dolphins come out to play, highlighting the silver lining. But before we get to the show, let's back up to earlier this morning before we realized the potential of our anchoring mistake and talk about the weather. If you haven't yet, hit that subscribe and welcome to Sailing Seawind. I always have to give some like awkward smile to the camera or something like that. Or I say like, all right.
Yeah.
We have a weather window to get out of the Gulf of Panama. I haven't talked about this other than saying I was going to talk about this. So here we are. We are about an hour away from leaving. I just wanted to show you all the weather. Here's Panama City. Here's the canal that we came through. And now we've been cruising in these islands for the last week and a half. Put that on there. You should be able to hear me better now. We are anchored right here in Isla San Jose, actually right here. And so we are going to be leaving and crossing the Gulf of Panama and rounding Punta Mala, which is the cape that you have to contend with. It has strong tidal currents and you can already see there's compression happening here, so acceleration of the prevailing northerly winds around the cape. So we were originally going to stop in a place right here called Banao. It's a little surf town and it's supposed to be good for reprovisioning with fresh vegetables. There's supposed to be a really good, place to get stuff like that. If you look here at the weather, we're gonna have to work on the computer the rest of the week, and you can see, so we would be getting there tomorrow, which is great, that's fine. But then this week, the winds just fill in and it just gets very, very windy the whole week. You saw 31 there overnight on Thursday to Friday. So this compression zone right here is what we need to get away from. And the next anchorage after you round Punta Mala besides Banao would be a place right here called Naranjo. So we are going to forego getting fresh veggies. We have plenty of food. We're not worried about that at all. And we are going to actually sail about 50 more miles today and tomorrow than we thought we were going to. So for the rest of the week, you can see we'll have very benign conditions. We will be out of that compression zone.
Cool.
So that's the long and short of it. And we're excited to do our first overnight passage. A little bit of nerves. But I think once we get out there, we'll find that we have a really nice time, I would say. So a little bit before I go back to the cockpit, we have our dinghy lashed down on a strong point here, and then tied to anchors on the pulpit there, and the mainsail is all ready to go. And just like that, we were off, threading Boundless through a few outlying islands, making sure to double-check our charts before hitting the open ocean. We are expecting very calm conditions and possibly motoring the entire day and night, but with the huge tidal currents and high winds forecasted to oppose them for half of every day over the next week, this is exactly what we are looking for, to cross the Gulf and round Punta Mala. Nice.
Okay.
There's that 42. Whee! All right. Getting it. There you go.
So close.
So close. You're
One
right.
day, this gets stuck. There we go.
All right. Almost there. It's a bigger sail. All right. So she's checking the luff.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
All right. Close that clutch. Tidy up the lines. All right, I'm gonna go bear off.
Okay.
All right, main sheet in my hand. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm letting the main sheet out as we fall off the wind. Not that there's much of it right now. All right, good job, Beebs.
Thanks.
We have had an epic adventure buying Boundless, transiting the Panama Canal, and cruising the San Blas and Las Perlas Islands. But this moment feels different. Like we've truly untied the lines and set off on a grand adventure into the unknown. Oh! Please come be our friends. We're the only ones here. We are very nice.
We are very nice people. Okay. Well, I'm gonna get out of the sun now.
Yep. Okay.
All right. That was short.
Who will we meet? What will we see? Where will we go, and how long will we stay?
We are currently in the middle of crossing, what's it called, the traffic separation zone, or the traffic lanes, where the ships line up to go into the Panama Canal. So there's some big ships out here, but other than that, we should be at the tip of Punta Mala by what, midnight?
At a slack tide.
At a slack tide, which is chef's kiss. And conditions are like glass. That's the report.
fish on again.
Fish on.
Oh, it's jumping.
Oh boy.
All right. Let's see if we can just pull this thing.
Okay. I think so.
Actually, maybe this is even easier than the winch. Come on, Mahi. Anything but a Caravelle Jack.
Anything but. Yeah, you can even maybe over to the side of the boat.
Yeah. Oh, is that a Mahi? I think that's a small Mahi. What is that?
Get over here.
I will. Oh, it's a Mahi! I think it's it's a Mahi! Alright, don't jump off on me. Here, take this, son.
Okay.
You just keep pulling on it. Yeah, pull it up, pull it up.
Oh, come on, let's go. I got it. There you go. There you go.
All right, our first Mahi. We've been wanting one of these since the Bahamas on Seawind.
Yeah.
Not a huge one, but definitely is going to feed us for a couple days, huh?
Yeah.
Thank you for your offering, fish, your life.
Yeah.
Always feel like I have to say something, you know?
Yeah.
We don't do this for fun, that's for sure. I mean, it is fun in some ways, but...
No, it's
All right.
not. Okay, let's clean this up.
Okay. Hey everybody, I hope you're enjoying the episode. I just wanted to pop in here and say, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel and leave a comment, and don't forget to like the video. All of that interaction really helps our channel get spread across the YouTube universe, and it's totally free. If you're already subscribed and wondering how else you can support us, you can head over to patreon.com/sailingseawind to buy us a coffee or choose the tier of your liking. Our patrons get some pretty cool perks, including a live predict wind tracking link and ad-free early viewing of each week's episode. All right, that is all. Back to the video. All right, well, you can see the sun has set behind me. How exciting! We have been wanting to catch a Mahi for so long. Ever since we left on Seawind, it's always been one of our favorite fishes to eat. And we just always have wanted to catch one, and we finally have. It is so cool. So thank you again, fish, for your meals you are providing us for the next few days. And I'm getting a little bit better at filleting fish, different fish. The crux for me is getting the skin off of the fish. A couple we've caught, like the lionfish that we did in the San Blas, I actually peeled the skin off. Mahi, it doesn't want to peel off, so I actually flipped it over, and on the second side, on the second fillet, I skinned it really nicely with the fillet knife, with using a different method. I'm very new to this, and it is very challenging to get a nice fillet, but I have made improvements. You won't get better at it unless you catch fish, so I'm glad we're catching fish. Well, the sunset was over there. Not anymore though. Look at that crescent moon. Wow. Are you excited about the Mahi? Thank you for being my fish cleanup partner.
Welcome.
Maybe against your will sometimes, because you never know when we're gonna get a fish.
I know.
So I feel like when we have a fishing lure out, you're like, are you on edge?
Yeah. I was just thinking about that downstairs. I'm like, of course, we wait all day long. We're just reading our books. Park goes, I'm gonna go heat up dinner. And as soon as the water starts boiling, fish on.
But the fish is gonna feed us now.
Yeah.
So it's a give and take. I don't like it too much either, but I think it's something that we will not tolerate, because I do enjoy it, but I don't really like taking an animal's life. But in a case like this, where we don't have any fresh fish on board and it's going to feed us, then I am okay with that circle of life. And so we're getting ready for our first overnight. I think we might be outrunning the wind that is supposed to be coming from up there. Our latest forecasting says that the pressure that is coming down from like the Panama Canal area is going to be arriving a little bit later. Plus, we have some unexpected current with us. We're doing 7.6 knots right now. So we're kind of outrunning things, which is no big deal. Katie actually has some work calls in the morning. Actually, I think it's at 1 p.m. And so if we can get to the anchorage first, it would be nice. She does such a good job. She works so hard at her job. And she is such an amazing member of the team. They trust her that she is going to get her stuff done no matter what. If she has to like not be online as much because of a weather window that we just have to take, then they know that she's going to catch up some other time. And so we are very grateful for them being so supportive of this lifestyle. So thank you guys if you're watching me all. Good evening, everybody. It's just after midnight, and I am closing in on the end of my first watch. Katie has been down below sleeping since about 8:30, 9 o'clock, and I've just been out here enjoying the book that I'm reading, and I have an alarm going every 15 minutes just to do a visual check 360 degrees around the boat. I have the radar on. We are passing Punta Mala as we speak. We are actually almost around it. We've already done 78 miles. There is no wind. And we are hooning along with an ebbing current at like 7.4 knots over ground. I think what we did was we jumped out in front of the wind that I was showing you earlier. But that's okay because this is a compression zone and a lot of people wait a lot of time in the windy season to get around this cape going east or west. So I'm very grateful. I'm also very grateful for this boat, all the systems. I feel very safe. Visual navigation is always the best, but at night we have some really cool tools like the radar and AIS transmitting and receiving that really adds a layer of safety, and just familiarizing myself with all those systems has been really nice. Just a few twinkling lights on the coastline. I think we're like 5 miles offshore. The stars are magnificent. I think I captured them a little bit for you all, and the bioluminescence, the blue bioluminescence, is out of this world. It's like we're out of the Jetsons or something like that. Our propeller thrust right now looks like a beam of blue light. It's honestly like we're in a starship or something like that. Just absolutely incredible. Good morning.
Morning.
How was your watch, my love?
It was really good. The first part was really good. The middle part was not good, and the last part was pretty good. In the middle of my watch, one of the times I stood up when I was done, I was like, oh, I just want to stretch. So I kind of like kneeled down on the settee and stretched my arms forward like in a child's pose, and my hands slid under the beanbag, and almost immediately it was searing pain in my finger. Felt like there was something that bit me, and I immediately flung it off. It was like this orange bug with we've seen them before with like they have a long body and like kind of big legs. They're very scary looking, and I didn't know what bit me, but I just knew my hand was in searing pain. I've been bit by a fire ant, and it was like 1,000 times worse than that. It was so painful. It was like took my breath away. So Parker was in the quarter berth, and I woke him up because it's like, you don't know what you just got bit by. And I took a photo of the bug, and I did a Google image search, and it's called an assassin bug. Anyway, my finger swelled up a bit and was really red, and the adrenaline from the pain made me so nauseous afterwards. -1,000,000 out of 10 do not recommend getting bit by an assassin bug.
Not at all. Well, here's a good morning, everyone, officially. The night was beautiful. And I slept very well on my off watch. Oh, there she is. Hi. You okay? Are you awake? No? Not awake? Good morning, sweetie. You okay? I love you. We just had a little bit of swell that rocked us. Is that what you got up for? Swell that rocked us? Okay. Everything's fine. Okay. Yeah, there's no place I'd rather be out here doing this with her. And Boundless. The mountains here are more mountainous than I've seen. In San Blas, we kind of got close to the mountains a little bit. But Las Perlas, they weren't very tall mountains, and Panama City is very flat. I am very grateful for this life and everything that we've accomplished to get to this moment. Hey, little one, look at you, you're spotted. Sweetie. So cool. Well, we're just entering our anchorage, and we were just saying how we sure aren't in Kansas anymore. First of all, I can't wait to show you what it looks like here.
Stunning.
I will wait until we are anchored to point the camera at this insanely beautiful backdrop. Wow, is this gorgeous. Amazing. This place is stunning, but little did we know, Mother Nature has a trick up her sleeve in the form of a wind shift to the exposed side of our anchorage, leaving the swell a clear path to march right on in, making the place untenable. Katie said it best. Desperate times call for desperate measures.
This is horrendous.
And although it's Valentine's Day, happy Valentine's Day, love. This place is hell. Beautiful,
Hell.
but hell. The anchorage has become compromised. There is swell coming in. And the boat next to us, who is traveling east, we are crossing paths going opposite directions. They just called us and they want to head back to the other anchorage, which is 22 miles away. So we are going to sail with them. I couldn't even do any video editing today. I did some computer work, did a few things, but I couldn't even edit anything today. Katie, I don't know. I mean, you have to be on your calls and stuff, so I feel so bad for you. Wow. So anyway, us two boats are preparing things. I'm gonna put the dinghy on deck and we are going to get the heck out of here. We wanted to walk up to the top of that mountain. There's trails that go up, but just not gonna happen. Look at them.
Be careful up there. Hold on. Hold on.
Yeah, we're leaving the anchorage. This is madness in here. Yeah, I'm gonna go shut the
Okay, you hold on.
hatches. I will hold on.
Talk here and listen there.
Perfect, sounds good.
Okay, encourage back to 16, monitoring 9.
The biggest pod of dolphins we've ever seen, ushering us safely out of our anchorage, an experience we won't forget anytime soon. Dolphins are traditionally a sign of good luck for a passage, and I think they were trying to tell us that we made the right decision, even though we were heading to an unfamiliar place and would be arriving after dark. Next week, we continue our bash upwind and to an anchorage that hopefully will allow for a good night's sleep, since it's been hard to come by these days. We did it! And we meet the nicest family who welcomes us into their lives and home, and has lived in harmony with the Panamanian jungle and the Pacific Ocean for generations.